I'm starting to fulfill my promise. About 9 months ago, I made a video talking about every anime under the sun, regardless if it was new or old, of what I was planning to watch. And today, I want to talk about a movie that I was finally able to give a shot at watching once again. So, two back to back movies, of course, and it's Redline. Yeah, Redline, the 2009 film to come out by Madhouse Studios. And this is a film that for a while now, and honestly for the longest time since high school, I was recommended to check this movie out because this was like if you basically love racing, that was the advertisement for me at the time, was if you love racing movies like the Fast and Furious franchise or like Speed Racer for instance, you're going to essentially love Redline. And what definitely caught my interest to watching this movie once again was a pretty big content creator by the name of Moist Critical, aka Charlie, actually loves this movie to the point that he considers this a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. So I can now say after watching this movie, which is less than 2 hours in length, I can see why this is like a 10 out of 10 masterpiece of a film. Now, for me personally, I feel like with a few more watches, because again, I just came from watching this movie just now for my very first time. I feel like over time, this could definitely be like a 10 out of 10 movie, in my opinion. For me, though, it's a little like it's super good. It's really flashy. I really like what it has to offer. But I gotta say, definitely the critique of how the animation is super unique. It's stylized. It's like super special from all the other animes to come out of recent memory, even up to now. I really think it does hold up to that compliment in a way. But what I really love about this movie, and this is kind of the reason I want to talk about it, is the colors. And the colors in this anime, I don't know what it is, but there are moments where they pretty much incorporate like the entire goddamn Skittles rainbow in this movie, and it's so colorful, it's impactful, it's in your face, and it leaves a lasting impression where you're instantly able to recognize and recall every character in this movie. This movie also has some of the best music you're ever gonna hear from a film that, mind you, came out back in 2009. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's some moments when the races hit, the music fucking slaps, and it goes really hard, like unapologetically. And then even the moments where it's like a bit of a slow burner, it's a bit of a cool down, and it's like prepping the stage of the next big race, which is the next red line race, I thought was really good, and it just leaves like it feels more intenseful. It feels like you have much more better, bigger of a connection with these said characters in the movie itself. And I gotta say, the voice acting in this film is also incredible. The personalities within each of these characters you come across, even like the characters during the Robo World, like final leg of the film, was so impactful. Like it just feels like you're not missing a single detail or beat that happens throughout this film. And I like it, man. Again, I feel like the premise of this film is also as simple as it gets. The best way I can describe this film is that if you really like your racing films, like everyone has advertised to me as of late, or something of the lines of where it's like a post-apocalyptic future type of film, maybe like a little cyberpunk esque in a way, I think that this is a film that you should 100% check out. Again, I honestly don't think there's not much to say about the plot. It's simple, it is clear, it is straight to the point. Yes, maybe there could be criticisms about like, oh, I wish we got more details with other characters, other racers that participate in the race itself. But at that point, what's the point? I feel like this is like one of those rare moments where it's just a film you could just tune in and just watch it for the sake of like nuts to butts racing. And again, you can feel the impact when it feels like you're just in these different cars, different vehicles, where every time they hit the nitro boost, you can just feel the impact, and the animation just stretches itself out to like emphasize how crazy fast it is and how impactful it is. And I love it. The attention to detail of this film is so good that I honestly just kind of want to watch more of this, which is why like I feel like with a couple rewatches, this also personally could be my 10 out of 10 film as of right now. Like, again, I've given many 10 out of 10 films for anime shows in the past. Hell, I even talked about one yesterday with The Girl Who Leaped Through Time, and I still stand by giving that a 10 out of 10. But Redline here, I feel like with a few more watches, for me personally, I think this is going to be like a masterpiece of a film, and I can see why this is pretty swept under the radar. And again, another criticism to also mention that I feel like someone's going to throw out there is that maybe this isn't for me. This genre isn't for me. At the end of the day, why bother checking it out? I'm not a racer. I'm not a car guy. Again, you're not really going to see a lot of cars here. There's spaceships. There's one car or vehicle where it involves like spider legs and shit. There's even one racer where he's able to transmorgify to a fucking car himself and just adapt and transform to any given situation during the final leg of the race. It's super crazy. It's out there. It's also like blown away, creative, out of this world type of wow. And that's all I gotta say, man. Redline, I feel, is just one of those films that if you really like your high octane action with not a lot of plot synopsis to like bore you, I think Redline is the film to check out. And at for me personally, currently right now, I would honestly strongly give this like a I give this like a light to decent 9 on this thing. It's really close to being like a masterpiece. I actually just don't have any of ever like complaints about this film. It's just so good that I think for me, give it some time. I think this could definitely be my 10 out of 10 film in my opinion. But right now, I would give it like a light to decent 9 just to play it on the safe side of things. But yeah, that's it. Just wanted to talk about another film and keeping true to my word that I'm gonna watch every one of these shows that I plan to watch on my Anime List page for a while. And that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Later.